want to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life removing pain. Lord, let my words heal a heart that hurts. I want to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life mending broken people.
Hello, and welcome to a 3ABN Today cooking program. We are
The Miicheff sisters.
I'm Linda.
I'm Brenda.
And I'm Cinda. And we want to welcome you to our Tex-Mex Fiesta. Woohoo! We are going to have a fun time today.
Yep, we're going a little south of the border and some really a little before the border, maybe on the border. But we're going to give you a little
And we
Tex-Mex
already
flavor.
have been having a lot of fun, so we're just
That's
inviting you to join us.
And also what we're really excited about is every one of these recipes is from, wait
Oh,
for
yes.
it, wait for it,
drum
wait
roll.
for it,
Woohoo!
our new cookbook! Miicheff Sisters Cooking with Kellogg's.
That's right.
We're really excited about this one.
We are. Kellogg's Corporation contacted us and asked us if we would be willing to make a cookbook for them featuring their vegan, vegetarian products. And what we didn't really realize, at least I didn't until we started on this project, that Kellogg's owns Worthington and Loma Linda Company
and Morningstar Farms
and Garden Burger.
And
And they have some awesome products, and many of them we grew up using. We you know, have had them all our life. We grew up vegetarian. So we took their products and we created recipes using all different types of things with these products. So some people, that you know, they like to just open a can, and that's good too, but we're giving you lots of ideas to take those same products, maybe you've been using them for a long time too, and creating recipes.
Because I know I have a lot of friends that they'll see the product on the shelf or in the store, and they'll say, Cinda, you know, how do I fix this? And you know, and they think, I can only use like this, the garden burger. I can only use that in a sandwich.
Right.
And I'm like, no, there's like
so many
100 ways you can use that. And so that's what this cookbook is about. We're taking these products and we're giving you some pretty, well, not pretty, but very innovative ways.
That's right.
And delicious
I think you'll be
ways to use
surprised.
it. I think you'll be surprised.
And I think another good point is with the Kellogg's products is that you know, if you're eating meat or whatever, this is just a step to help you eat less meat and eventually not have any meat, you know, and it's a healthier lifestyle. So it's just a step down, and it helps you to transition from giving up meat.
That's right.
And more people are going to a vegetarian diet knowing it's healthy. Really, prevention is the name of the game, because if we're going to keep eating meat and it's so diseased right now, they're filling meat with, you know, so many hormones, and it's just not healthy. And so if we fill our bodies with healthy, good things, we're going to have better health. That's just the way it is. So it's wonderful to think about prevention instead of wait till you get sick and then try to get better.
Right.
So we want to eat healthy.
And there are people that want to eat vegetarian, and then there are people that want to go vegan, where they're having no dairy products at all. And Kellogg's offers this to them. They do have some products that are vegetarian that maybe have some dairy, egg white in it, or some a little bit of casein or dairy products in it. But then they have some vegan products that have no dairy at all, and that's the products that we are using in the cookbook, the vegan ones.
This is our 6th cookbook, and all of our cookbooks are vegan cookbooks.
Exactly.
So we're really excited about that, and we'd like to, you know, maybe give them an idea of what we're going to fix today. What do you think?
I think we should show them because we are going to have fun.
That's right. Well, we're starting off with
Beef enchiladas.
ooh, that's really, and I love enchiladas. And then we also have
Chipotle meatballs.
Ooh,
oh, they're delicious too.
and tamale vegetable casserole.
And we're going to have some zesty chili burritos.
Ooh, I love zesty.
That's right.
And then the beef burrito casserole.
That looks delicious. Ooh, I want a fork.
Well, we're going to start off with Linda's beef enchiladas.
Well, sis, would you read the recipe for us?
Sure. For this, you will need 1 19-ounce can of Loma Linda Veggie Burger, 1 cup of onions finely diced, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 cup of corn, frozen or fresh, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of McKay's chicken style seasoning, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 2 cups of potatoes cooked and diced, 3 cups of petite diced tomatoes, 3 cups of mild salsa, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 16 corn tortillas. That sounds good.
All right, that's
turn our fire
we got
on.
a nice spread
Here,
here.
let's
sis.
put-
So
let
what
me
are we
put
going to
you
do
on
first?
I'm fine here. And CQ actually pre-cooked these for me, so I'm very thankful for that.
Yep, we like those onions really, really cooked. Love onions. I love onions, but not raw. They
Clear.
have to be like really
That's
cooked.
right.
Done.
So
done.
to that, I'm going to add my red pepper flakes, and I'm going to add my potatoes.
Ooh, it's looking good. She added potatoes.
That's
And
Cindy's
a little
favorite.
bit of McKay's chicken seasoning, and a little bit of salt.
There you
All
go.
right. And we're
these
going to
over
cook
here.
these until it gets brown.
Oh, I already know it's
And what
gonna
am I
be
doing
good.
over here?
Okay, with the sauce,
Okay.
you're going to take the petite tomatoes
Okay.
and take the salsa and the cayenne pepper and mix it all together.
Okay. Here's salsa.
And then you can spray your pan over there
Okay. There you go.
and mix it all together really
Okay. Gonna
good.
get the spray.
You
And,
may.
all right.
How would you like it?
No,
She didn't say what to do with it, did she?
Can I hold it?
All right.
Yeah. I'll actually spray this direction.
that would be nice.
Okay.
She's even gonna put it away.
We're going to brown this. I'm going to add my corn. And I have even used fresh corn on,
Cut it off.
Cut it
I
off.
love that.
that really is good in here. So we're going to take this and just brown it.
My
really
favorite
good.
corn is either from Wisconsin or Michigan. That's my favorite corn. There's something about
I
Wisconsin corn and
know.
Michigan corn that I just love.
Well, that's probably because that's probably all the corn we've had.
No,
because we lived in Wisconsin, we lived in Michigan, and now
right.
we
Think
go
about
back
it.
to see Mom and Dad, and we do our corn back there. We freeze corn at Mom's and bring it back.
Yes, but we've traveled all over the world.
All
We
good
have had
things-
corn all
yeah,
over the world.
All good things start at Mom's house.
That's exactly
Okay.
right.
All right. I am so busted.
You know, there is something really special about certain kinds of food, because there's a lot of things, like when you think of home, you know, the things that your mom made or that your dad liked to cook. Our dad likes to cook. You know, he was great for his casseroles. He was always
If you
casserole
asked,
together.
Mom and Dad raised 5 children, and if you asked any of us, you know, what would be one food, we could only name one dish that was a family favorite. Like, it's something special we just love that's really trickled through the family.
You mean like cabbage rolls?
Yeah.
And cabbage and noodles.
So, you know, those kind of, and passed on from our grandma Miicheff, and she taught our mom how to make it. Mom taught all of us how to make it, and even our brothers can make it, you know. So it's one of those family favorites. And
so good.
Yeah, if we're having a birthday, it's going to be cabbage rolls on the menu.
And those little things just help bind a family together.
Yes.
I mean, some people have told me that every Friday night they always have sweet rolls and they have a big fruit salad. And other people said, well, that's our pizza night because that's a fun night, you know. So everybody has something that kind of binds them together, and they look forward to enjoying it together. And I think family is so important to stay bonded. All these little things help us stay connected.
And everybody have their own traditions and their own special things that make your family feel that warm and fuzzy feeling. Cinda and I had the opportunity to go to Hungary to visit our relatives over there, and it's from our grandma's side. And one of the first meals they put out was just amazing, was cabbage rolls there. And I was thinking, wow, that's been generation. You know, I was like, wow, that is just really cool. And it's you know, my kids still love it, you know.
That's why it's so important that we have family sit-down meal times together, because that is bonding time.
Yeah. Not in front of the TV.
Not with the TV off.
Just, yes.
Okay, do you want this on?
Yes, now you can put the burger in. And this here is a Loma Linda veggie burger, which is like an imitation hamburger, but doesn't taste like that. And
we got a shot of it right there. Sis, is that enough right there?
That's enough.
Okay.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to fill this. I'm going to turn it off. And you can even brown it a little bit more, but it's fine like this. And
can I get one of your paper towels into here? Yeah, thank you.
And Cinda has a way to help us. You want to tell us how you...
Well, you don't want to let the corn tortillas dry out because they crack when they roll. And so I hope that we haven't taken them out of the, you need to warm them up. But I wrap them in a damp paper towel. It keeps them so that when they don't, see how when you roll it, it doesn't crack. Because you do not want them to get dry.
Right. No, so you just put a little across the end like that. You roll it up. You stick it in here, and you just fill a row here and a row here. And I have some
How long do you bake it?
You bake it at 350 for like maybe 20, 25 minutes, something like that.
And then here's one ready to eat. We're ready for just, all you need is just a fork and a knife, and let's have a fiesta.
And you can serve it with a little tofutti sour cream.
Well, let's keep this party going with some chipotle meatballs.
All right, let me read the recipe for you. For this, you'll need 1 cup of cooked lentils, 1 cup of cooked farro, 1 package of Garden Burger black bean chipotle burgers, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 medium onion pureed in 2 tablespoons of water, and 1/2 cup of pecans, 1 cup of quick oats. And for the chili sauce, you will need 1 14.5-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes, 1/4 cup of onion, 1 cup of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of Bragg liquid aminos, and 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. For the chili sauce, you will also need 4 teaspoons of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 2 teaspoons of original Cholula sauce. She's going to make fun of me now because I really never pronounce it right. And I love this. It's my favorite hot sauce. I love it. My daughter Becky's the one that introduced me to it, and she loves it. But I can't say it. I am really the worst when it comes to... And so now you just, come on, tell them how it's...
Let's just show us how to do this, honey.
Yeah, no, how did you say that?
What is this again?
I'm not, but can you tell me what this is?
Cholula sauce.
That's what it is right there. And what you're going to do right over here, we're going to just start this whole recipe. It's so easy. It's meatballs. And it's chipotle meatballs. I can't even hardly say that. See, now you got me all messed up. But I love these meatballs. You can make them and use them for other things. You can use them with different sauces. So if you don't care for this sauce, it's not a problem. You can use these meatballs with, your favorite spaghetti sauce. You can make, meatball sub sandwiches out of them. So the meatballs you can use for anything that you would,
So versatile. I love that.
I do too. And I've even taken the same recipe instead of meatballs. I've made them into,
patties,
veggie burgers, and had them with the sandwich. So very versatile. But today we're going to make them to be chipotle meatballs. Meatballs. Okay, so first we're going to start the sauce over here, sis. We had petite diced tomatoes, and they're pureed already. And we have all of our ingredients that I just read are going to go into this saucepan here, and you're going to heat that up.
Food processor or something.
Food processor and pureed them, yes. So if you have one of those immersion blenders, you can use those. If you have a blender, you can do that. That'll work however you want to do it.
I like the immersion blenders.
I do too.
I think they work good.
They do. So if you just turn that on, sis, and I'm just going to keep her busy right over there. She's just going to just put everything in the saucepan and cook that. While she's doing that, Linda, you're going to put everything in this bowl, and I'll help you. And all of it goes in. It doesn't matter what order we have.
And you have lentils.
We have chopped pecans, just because I love pecans. It's one of my favorite nuts. Cinda loves peanuts. Mine is pecans.
Okay, what is this?
What's your favorite nut? I don't think I've asked her that. Is it a walnut?
Me.
Yes, she's
That's true. That's true. That's true. You want to tell them what this is?
This is farro, what she's putting in now. And
Not the Pharaoh in Bible times.
no, not the farro in Bible.
Ooh.
It's like brown rice.
You guys see what I almost did?
What did you do?
No, I was listening to you guys and I almost dumped this in there.
Oh. Well, farro, it's spelled F-A-R-R-O, and it is a grain. It's one of the most nutritious grains that you can eat. It's more nutritious than quinoa or brown rice or.
But it kind of reminds me of a brown rice.
It does.
I really like it.
It almost, to me, tastes like a mix between a brown rice and a barley.
Mm-hmm.
Almost something like that.
It's chewy.
It's chewy, and I love the texture, and it's so healthy for you. In fact, if you Google it and just look at the health benefits, you will be amazed at how healthy it is. It's just farro, F-A-R-R-O, and it dates all the way back to Bible times.
Wow.
So
Looks
it's
like
really
you
good for you.
pureed these onions too.
Also, pureed the onion, so with just a little bit of water, so that I don't like to see the onion, and yet I like the taste. So, and it's going to bake and cook really good, so that onion is not going to be raw. It's going to be cooked and baked, so it's going to be good like that. So
now, do I put these in there?
Now I'm going to tell you about our garden burger. I wanted to share. This is the black bean chipotle garden burger. It is vegan, and it's wonderful just by itself, just like that. If you have a veggie burger and you want to have it just like a sandwich, it's awesome like that. But I, heat it on the stove or the grill first. But you can take the same burger and create something totally different with it. You can just, we're going to just mash it all up inside of these meatballs. And the flavor that gives is really amazing. It has, and you're getting all that healthy black bean. And
there's so many versatile ways you can use that rather than just heating it up and putting it in a sandwich. And this is an awesome idea.
It is. It really is really good. So, sis, now you've done such a great job of that. Just go ahead and use your kitchen gloves, folks. You are going to love them. I use kitchen gloves for everything, and you can get your hands in there and just really mix it up really well. And once we'll put that back in there, sis. And I just love it when it's my turn to do recipes. I've got such good help here, and I've got good help here, and that's really awesome. I mean, go ahead, just stir, and go ahead.
Do you want me to get a chair so you can put your feet up?
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Okay, now what?
Okay, now I want you to take in like about a 1-inch meatball. You're going to take a little less than that, probably. That looks like a little.
Right about a tablespoon.
Yeah, just a little. Just pinch off a tiny bit. That looks good. And then roll it like that in your hands, and then put it right on this tray right here.
Spray it?
But we're going to spray it with a nonstick cooking spray first. And how about over there, sis? Away from the camera, right that direction. So, away from me. It is not good for hairspray. And so there you go. You're just going to put them right there. You're going to bake them for at 375 or 400 for about 15 minutes, and then you are going to turn them over, spray them a little again, bake them just until they are crispy on the outside. And they'll be moist and tender inside, crispy on the outside, and then you'll be ready to pour your sauce, put them in a baking dish, pour your sauce over it, and bake it in the oven just till it's bubbly. And it is ready to serve. And you, even if you didn't want to bake it, it would be ready to eat after it comes out of the oven and you put your sauce on. So good to go right there. Already prepared for you. Just sprinkle a little fresh parsley on it and you're ready to go.
And you know what else? I'm ready to go.
Where are you going? I want to go too.
No, wait a minute. We're having a party here.
That's right.
I'm ready to make the next recipe, which is my tamale vegetable casserole.
All right.
And for this, you will need 1 recipe of your favorite cornbread, 2 cups of instant corn masa mix, 1½ teaspoons of Rumford baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of McKay's chicken style seasoning, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast flakes, 1 cup of water, 2/3 cup of canola oil, 1 medium onion diced, 2 cloves of fresh garlic minced, 1 tablespoon of canola oil, 1 19-ounce can of Loma Linda Veggie Burger, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1/2 cup of red bell pepper diced, 1 cup of yellow squash diced, 2 cups of zucchini diced, 1 cup of frozen or fresh sweet corn, 1 cup of tomato peeled and chopped, and 1 15-ounce can of black beans drained and rinsed. I love masa. I love it in tamales. I love it in sopes. I mean,
And what is masa?
Masa is a cornmeal.
There you go. Now, is any of you wondering about that?
Is it
I've helped you out.
Is it finer than most cornmeal?
I don't know, but I love it. I know that.
Because it looks like it is. If that's
So when I was creating a recipe, I was like, what can I do with masa? And so I came up with this recipe.
And by the way, can I just say this? This recipe is extra special. It's not just any recipe. It is the recipe that is on the cover of our cookbook. Our brand new cookbook, the Miicheff Sisters Cooking with Kellogg's. This is the recipe. So you will want to pay attention and you don't need to get your pens and papers out unless you want to take notes, because you can get the recipes. All of our recipes are available on our Miicheff Sisters website. Just go to miicheffsisters.com. That's MICHEFF sisters.com. Or you can also get them from 3abn. And so you can get the recipes. If you want to take notes, that's good. But this is a special recipe. It's our cover photo recipe.
That's right. And I actually did a little special twist for this recipe too.
All right.
So I'll tell you about that too.
All right.
But let's go ahead and get started. Linda, we've already started sauteing our onions till clear, and our garlic's in there. So we are.
So I didn't have to press the garlic this time.
Yeah, she didn't have to press the garlic this time.
I really don't like doing that.
And we're using the Loma Linda Veggie Burger, and we're going to show you what that can looks like.
Right here, you can see the cover of it.
You can see the cover of it. It's the Loma Linda Veggie Burger. Turn a little bit.
There you go.
And I like this product. There's so many,
We
so
had it
many
when we
ways
were
you
little.
can use
Mom
this.
used this for years,
That's
so
right.
we grew up with this. Mom
So-
made great veggie burgers out of this.
So I put it in
Exactly.
here?
Yeah. So put the burger in there, And then,
Skillet.
and then what you're going to do is stir that up with your onions and your garlic, and then add your spices to that.
Okay.
And let that brown a little bit, and so saute it and let it brown a little bit.
Season up.
And let that the spices season that burger. Okay.
All right. I see you got some red pepper flakes here.
Oh, well, you know that. I mean, we all love the red pepper flakes.
We do.
Okay, Brenda.
All right.
Now
what am I
I'm
gonna
getting
do?
you something to do.
All right. I'm rolling my sleeves up. I'm getting busy.
Turn your heat up.
All right.
Oh, Linda's already turned it up. Thanks, sis. She's already turned it on for you.
Well,
so
good.
spray your pan.
Okay.
And then
And this is with the nonstick cooking spray.
right.
And if you notice, a lot of our recipes in the past, we've always put a couple tablespoons of canola oil in. But this just, it does the job without adding all the extra calories and fat.
Right.
So.
And add your tomatoes, and that'll help, give some liquid for the stir fry. And then add your squash, that's the zucchini squash.
Okay.
And add your yellow squash.
And that vegetable has moisture in it too, so it always adds.
Yeah.
Exactly. Add your yellow squash.
All right. And see how diced fine it is? All these are really little pieces.
Right.
Okay.
And then add your corn. Now you can use frozen corn, or you can use corn cut fresh off the cob.
Which is my favorite.
I don't use canned corn in this recipe because the flavor's different. And so I prefer the frozen or the fresh.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so let that saute just till, you want it just tender, but still kind of tender crisp,
Hey,
okay?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. When this looks like it's almost ready, I'm going to just report back to you, and I'm going to make sure you have eyeballed this, and it's good.
Am I browning mine, or just let?
You want to let yours brown a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to behave herself, too.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So we're going to take our masa and put it in the bowl, and put that over here in the sink. Now I'm going to add the seasonings to this. I'm going to put nutritional yeast flakes, some,
now, if I get interested in this burns, it's okay, right?
yeah, you ask them. Actually, ask the crew because they're going to be eating it. And then I love to flavor it with the Miicheff's chicken style seasoning. We all like that seasoning a lot.
Again, it's something we grew up with. Our mom always cooked with it, and so it's a flavor that we love. But it's really one of the best imitation or vegan chicken seasoning substitutes that I have ever tasted. I've tried lots of them, and I don't like them the way I do like this.
I agree.
And there's a lot of them that are good, but we just think this is best for
We
us.
just think this is better.
Okay, I'm going to add the water, and then I'm going to add the oil.
And by the way, in our cookbook, in the back, any of the products that you might have trouble finding, there's a resource page. And Miicheff's chicken style seasoning is information on how to get it is in the back of our cookbook as well.
Right.
So.
Okay, you want to mix this up, and you see how the liquid just absorbs almost instantly.
Wow.
I know, look at that.
I turned my head for 2 minutes, and it's already there.
Okay, so that's ready. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take
The spray.
I'll take the spray,
Okay, there you go.
and, oh, you know what? Your hair.
No, that's hairspray that she uses.
Spray that direction would
I
be
was
good.
trying to help you
Over
out.
there, that direction.
I was just
Over
going to help you out. I mean, isn't that what sisters are for? We help each other out. Isn't that right? That's what I think. Okay, so
Not that I don't use a lot of spray. I do. I admit that.
okay, put your mixture into the bottom here of your casserole dish.
It almost looks like a pie crust.
Yeah.
It does. The consistency is. It's got a really kind of a crumbly consistency, and then you want to press it down real firm.
So if you got your kitchen gloves on, you can do it with your hands.
She's telling me to get my kitchen gloves on. Okay, folks.
That's it. Because then you could just pat it down, and it makes things really easy, right?
Yes.
You know?
And You know,
Grandma didn't have kitchen gloves. She just used her hands.
And she washed them really good. Just so you know.
Okay, kitchen gloves on, folks. Now we're gonna go for, so pat this down. And I like to pat it pretty firm.
Okay.
Like that. Now, how's that burger browning?
I think it's pretty, well, it's up to you. I don't know what it's supposed
You
to
want
look
to eyeball
like.
that and see?
Oh, if it looks pretty brown.
What about, how am I doing over here? What's this looking like?
It's pretty good.
Is it
I
done?
mean,
Turn it off?
Are you
What?
ready?
well,
for it?
do you know the best way to tell if it's done?
How's that? No, because you're going to touch that. You can't know that way. No.
That's the best way.
No.
Okay, just feel it then. You can
All right.
feel it. See, look at that. That's done.
It's
Look
done.
at that.
Turn it off. We're good.
It's still a little firm, but crispy.
All right.
Okay,
So you're telling me I did a good job?
you did a really good job. I tell you what, folks, if you're going to make this recipe, you need to invite Linda and Brenda over to help you.
And Cinda.
Okay, sis, if you excuse me, let me
Yes.
get the burger.
There you
Okay.
I'll take the spatula too, please.
go. All right.
And you're going to want to put your burger right in here
Okay.
and put that right on top and spread it out. Smell that?
Mm-hmm. It does smell really good. All of them. Now my hair's going to smell really good too. That odor's coming right at me.
Now, I press this down firm too, because when you're cutting it, if you don't press it down firm, then it doesn't stay together good. So you're going to want to press that down firm.
Okay.
Okay?
Now,
And then
what about these beans?
add the beans now.
To here?
To add them to your vegetable mixture.
Okay.
And you'll want to stir them up really good.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to cook them with those vegetables, could I or no?
You could, but I mean, you don't have to because they're cooked.
Right.
And they're going to get warm because we're going to bake this in the oven.
Sure.
And so you really don't need to. And actually, the reason I don't is sometimes it gets dried out.
So can
you
I
know?
pour this in here?
So now, let me give this to Linda.
I'm gonna hold it this way so that you can. I can hold it to the camera. She gets to see what you're doing in here.
Okay. Just pour. Look how pretty. Now, Linda, I was thinking of you when I made this recipe.
I think.
You want to know why?
Let me switch
Why?
tools with
Yeah,
you.
there you
here.
go. Because I wanted to color the plate like a rainbow.
Oh,
I was like,
that
you had
is
to ask.
awesome. I thought because she thought they were my favorite vegetables.
No, I wanted to, because, I mean, everybody knows, who knows Linda knows, she's going to tell you if you
Every program.
Every program. If you color your plate like a rainbow, you're going to have a
Good
good
nutrition.
nutrition. And
That's
that is
right.
so true.
It's a good rule of thumb. It is.
And also with this dish, you notice the different textures. And it's really important when you're serving food to have different textures.
That's true.
Okay.
So now,
Color,
again,
textured, all is important.
I'm going to pat this down. I'm pressing it into place.
And this is a firm spatula, so you can see how she's doing that.
And it's nice and bright for our...
Do you want this bean?
Yeah.
No, you can't have it.
What?
I'll give it to you later. I'm saving it for later.
Tell you what. Now, I would have eaten that too.
I know.
Do you see this
That
bean?
looks really good.
Yeah. Oh,
It's good.
okay. Take your gloves off now.
Now, what you're going to do is get your favorite cornbread recipe. Every family, well, our family especially, has a favorite cornbread.
That's
And
it's Mom's
so,
recipe. We'll just be honest.
yeah. So,
And it actually is in one of our cookbooks. I don't remember which one at the moment, but we do have it in there. So you're just going to have to get all 6 cookbooks, and you'll find it.
Well, we also have a muffin recipe and a corn muffin recipe, and that would work too.
Yes.
So take your favorite cornbread recipe and pour it on the top, like this. And then, thanks. I love cooking with my sisters. Okay.
That is a really
And then spread this over like this. Now you will put this in the oven and you will bake this at 375 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes, and just check because you just want to make sure that your cornbread is totally cooked. And that's what you're judging on. So you can even put a knife in the center and make sure. And also in the cookbook, I do a variation on this, and you can use a smaller dish and do half of the masa on the bottom, put your burger mixture, your vegetable mixture, and then you put the rest of the masa on the top. And you don't have to do the cornbread if you don't want to.
In fact, I think that's what you gave in the recipe, right?
That's the recipe I actually put in the cookbook. So, but then after I put that recipe in the cookbook, I was like,
let's give them another idea.
let's give them another idea.
Another option.
And I actually liked the difference between the masa because the masa has it's denser,
Different texture,
and a little bit different flavor.
Yes.
In fact, quite a bit different
I
flavor.
love the cornbread on top. I tried some in the prep kitchen.
Confession is good for the soul.
It was really good.
So try the recipe both ways. Try the way I'm showing you today, and try the recipe that I've given you in the cookbook. And then when you serve it, cut it into squares, and then you can see how I've garnished it. I actually garnished it with fresh avocados because my children, David and Katie, they sent me fresh avocados from their tree in California. And so...
And also, avocados really, I think, enhance the flavor of this, too. So I would recommend garnishing every piece you have in there with lots of avocados. It is delicious.
And
but isn't that beautiful?
And avocados are so good for you. And so you are getting
Good
powerhouse-packed nutrition in this dish.
That's right.
So...
All you need to do is add a salad to it, and that's a meal, unless you want some dessert.
And our next recipe is your zesty chili burritos. How about I read the recipe for you?
I would love that.
Okay. You will need 1/2 cup of water, 1 cup of onion, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1 20-ounce can of Worthington chili, 1 cup of diced canned or fresh tomatoes, 2 cups of cooked brown rice, 8 8-inch tortillas, 1/2 cup of tofutti better than sour cream, 1/2 cup of olives, 1 cup of fresh tomatoes.
My family loves burritos. I mean, really loves burritos.
I do too.
We usually have them at least once a week.
Well, I don't do that, but I love them.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
we
do
have
that.
them at least once a week, and because it's a favorite even with Grandma, who is 92.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, she loves burritos. So what I did was I took this Worthington chili and turned it into a vegan burrito option. So
And the thing about the chili is it is a good chili. You could just heat it
Yeah.
up and eat it right out, right
It
from the
is
can
good,
without
yeah.
doing anything. But we also just like to take it and use it in just little interesting ways and more creative ways where you can enjoy lots of options of how to eat
that's right. So if you could turn the fire
Okay.
on, and we're going to add our seasonings.
To our onions.
Powder.
it. Yep,
just
onions
like
have already
Kate
been
said.
pre-sauteed.
A little bit of seasoned salt here, and we also have some red pepper flakes.
Ooh,
Okay.
now you're
Do that.
talking.
A little bit of salt. All right,
Now she's talking.
and we're going to add to this our rice.
Brown rice.
I
Yeah.
love brown rice.
I do
Yep,
too.
I do too. Although I can tell you, I love brown rice, but now I've so hooked on farro that anytime I have brown rice in my recipe, I use the farro.
I was going to say, you could put
You could
farro
put farro in here.
Yeah, you could. And we're gonna stir that around, and then
Okay.
we're gonna add our chili to this
Okay.
and cook it until just it's hot and bubbly. It doesn't take long. I had the onions pre-cooked, so that saves some time.
Okay. And your beans are already in here, your burger's already in here. It just makes it a really fast and easy supper to put together. Let's face it, these days everybody's busy. And then especially during the week, you come home and you may not feel like, you know, standing in the front of the, being in the kitchen for 2 hours. So
you're like, oh no, what am I gonna make? And, oh, everybody's starved. I'm starved. Wait a minute. There's some fast and easy recipes in that awesome cookbook.
There you go.
You know, that one with the Miicheff sisters. Oh, and the Kellogg's. Oh, yes, I think I'll make that.
One thing that was really fun for
Good
me.
idea.
One thing that was really fun for me is that I have the privilege of being the girls' dean at Great Lakes Adventist Academy. And it's just an awesome academy. I love our principal, Delwyn Garcia. He's just amazing principal. He loves the Lord and he's on fire for the Lord, and the kids love him. But the guys will call up, someone will say, I'm hungry, can I come over and eat? Well, we were making this cookbook. So, I mean, I had, one guy came over and he literally took the whole pan of these little chicken things that I had made with gravy on it. He liked them, so he took the whole thing with him. And it was amazing. So I tried this out even on some of the girls in the dorm, and they were like, oh, this is really good. And the girl I tried it out on, she wasn't so used to vegetarian food, but she really liked this and enjoyed it.
Oh,
so I thought that, yeah.
That's a good.
I thought that was really good.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, we're going to show you, it's this simple.
And these are whole wheat tortillas,
Yes.
which
Yes.
you ought to try whole wheat tortillas if you've never tried them. I really like them.
Okay, we're going to put them on just on the edge like this. Sis, can you put some olives and
In
tomatoes
fact,
on it?
anytime we're having a reunion, usually there's a Mexican meal for the evening,
Oh,
or one of
yes.
the dinners that are planned. And I'm usually making homemade tortillas for that.
Yeah, everybody loves your homemade tortillas. And now just put a little bit of tofu-y sour cream on top, and it's just very easy. And you can just put this out on your table like a buffet and let everybody make their own. They can put lettuce in it if they want. You can add lettuce.
Sure.
And I'm just going to take it and turn it like this, and then I'm going to tuck that in and just roll it up like that.
Yep.
And it's all ready to go.
Oh, well, good deal.
She's going to take a bite.
She said it's all ready to go. Sounds good to me.
I think that's 2 thumbs up.
And you
That's what I
notice
think.
it didn't even have cheese in it or imitation cheese or anything
Don't
else.
need
It
it.
just didn't need
You
it.
don't need it. And look, we have one already plated up and garnished, ready for
That's
ready to eat.
delicious, sis. Oh, you guys just keep on with the show. I'm going to party this way.
Well, while she's eating that, I'm getting ready to demonstrate my beef burrito casserole. Let me read the recipe.
That's good.
For this, you'll need 1 medium onion, 1 19-ounce can of Loma Linda veggie burger, 4 tablespoons of taco seasoning, 1 cup of water, 3 15-ounce cans of hot chili beans with the sauce, 8 whole wheat tortillas torn in bite-sized pieces, 1 cup of taco sauce, 1/2 cup of green chilies, 1/4 cup of jalapeno nacho slices, 1 cup of salsa, and 1 cup of crushed baked tortilla chips. One of my family favorites is my beef burrito casserole. So now we've had the burrito, and now this is just kind of like making it into a casserole. And then we just layer up all of those ingredients and let them all bake in the oven and bubble up together. And it's such a good, awesome, wonderful flavor and taste. And it keeps well. You can, if you don't have a lot of company coming over for dinner, it does make quite a bit. You can have it for the next day, it's fine, and you can make it also a day ahead of time. So I think you're going to like this. It's really easy, and I'm going to put my sisters to work, okay?
But Linda told what her recipe, like her recipe for something her family just loves.
Yes.
And you just said something,
Yes.
you're one of your family favorites.
Right.
Well, do you
What's
know
yours?
what my family favorite is?
What?
Food. Lots of food. I like it all.
She is very adventuresome, that's for sure.
Actually, I think anytime Mom and Dad kind of raised us this way, so we never wanted anyone to come to our house and leave hungry. And it didn't matter how poor we were, whatever food we had, we were just going to share and share.
Even if it was watered down soup.
That's right.
With lots of good seasonings.
And I think that's kind of trickled down in our Hungarian heritage as well, because when we were in Hungary, we learned really quick that you don't eat
Fill
a lot.
up on the first things they bring out to feed you.
That's it, because the food just kept on coming and
For
coming.
the next 2 hours.
And then they wanted to go visit this cousin and that cousin and that cousin. Every place we went, they put out a spread. And we were so full, but it was absolutely delicious. It was really wonderful. All right. Yeah, just like that.
But that's okay. I'll still try this.
Well, I'm doing what you said. I started the onions.
Okay, so Linda's going to start the onions. You're going to add our veggie burger. And I want to just share, we're using the Loma Linda veggie burger, low-fat variety. So if you would just put the burger in there, we grew up with this burger. Mom used it all the time. It was a standby. And so
as you can tell, there's a lot of ways you can use it.
That's right. And so we got our taco seasoning mix that we're just going to sprinkle right over that. And then she's going to mix that all up with the burger. And then I'm going to add, this is fine, I'm going to add some water. And she's going to mix that up and reduce that liquid down, so that that burger is going to all absorb all that. So while that's cooking, you just go ahead and let that all absorb. Cinda, I'm going to put her to work too.
Oh, well,
we have some
I'm here.
We have some whole wheat tortillas, and what you're going to do is just tear off little bite-sized pieces. And
well,
we're just going to have fun just tearing it up like that. Okay? But
another thing you can...
Oh, I have made it in every time. I just want you to know that.
She's playing a ball game over here.
Kids help with too.
You can definitely have your kids help with this. It's fun in the kitchen, and
that's right.
Let them get experience, and not just your kids. You know, one thing that all three of us entertain differently, and we love to entertain. We love to have people over, and I tend to be a little more formal when I have guests over. I have my table set perfectly, and I have, serve them their plated food or whatever. And I tend to be a little more formal, just because I like to sit down and visit with my guests and everything. Cinda's house is a really fun house to go to. She knows what I'm going to say, because it doesn't matter
She's telling on me.
It doesn't matter how fancy her guests are. They're coming over, or what high society friends she's got. Whoever it is that comes over, she doesn't care if not everything is ready and for the moment her guests arrive.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, I want every single thing done perfect. And Cinda's so casual in the kitchen. She'll say, "Come on in," and she'll say, "Hey, you want to go over there and wash those tomatoes over there? And I got some carrots need chopping. And would you stir that over there in the pot?" And everyone's just in their kitchen hanging out, having the best time. So, you have taught me a little more about relaxing.
The other day, Brenda, I said, "Hey, I'm having some people over." I said, "Why don't you come over and eat with us?" She goes, "Okay." And then we get over and she goes, "Cinda, is that the president of?"
Yeah.
I go, "Yes." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she said, "What's he doing?" I said, "Oh, setting the table."
She had him setting the table. And then one lady opened up her refrigerator and she goes, "Oh, your refrigerator is so messy." And Cinda goes, "Oh, I was hoping you'd come over." She says, "I want you to start cleaning it." And she did. And she did. She organized the whole refrigerator.
That's great.
Well,
I loved it.
I think really what it was saying is, our home is your home.
Exactly. Her guests feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And a lot of times if you, have guests over and it can be kind of awkward and, very formal in your talk and, wanting to make sure that everything's just so, not Cinda's. You're just going to, take your shoes off, stay a while, and just have fun. And Linda, you're probably somewhere in between Cinda and I.
I think so.
So...
I actually have my table set all the time. all the time.
So see, show up anytime. at
Anytime,
Linda's.
she's ready.
for you.
And if I'm not ready, I will just give you, even if I give you peanut butter and jelly and some soup, my table is always set. Because I do it like when I want to relax. If I want to do something fun, if I feel stressed, I go set my table or clean out a closet. It works, let me tell you, it works.
And if I'm going to have, you know, probably even more than 8 people there, I'm going to actually have somebody there to serve so that I can just be with my guests 100%. They serve the food, come and go and like it if you were in a restaurant, and it's all going to be, you know, just so that I can enjoy my guests 100%.
I enjoy my guests as they serve.
We just all enjoy our guests in different ways.
Exactly.
Well, I can tell you, I love being a guest in both of your houses. So, you know, we just all do it a
We
little
like
different.
coming to your house too.
Well,
Yes,
there you
we
go.
do. Yes, we do. Okay, sis, can you explain why you're putting the beans down first?
Yes, I will, because I actually tried it with putting, most people would probably think that you put your tortilla chips or your tortillas down first, and I tried that. However, what happens is there's not enough moisture on that bottom, and so it would stick to the bottom of that pan, so that after it baked, you were like, you know, like a shovel trying to get that, you know, get that out of there. And I was like, what can I do about that? And I thought, aha, I am going to put the beans down first, get me some liquid there, and then put the tortillas, and it worked. It was perfect.
Can you show us again how you got those stuck tortillas out?
I think we got the idea.
You give me a hard time. Okay, sis, so now we're going to just layer this up. You can turn that off. That looks perfect.
How many? Do I need to put all these down, or do we need another
You got
layer?
half.
Of them?
We're going to have
Half, okay.
Everything is half. I took half the beans, and we're going to put and you can get ready to put half the taco sauce on, sis. So everything is in half, and then we're going to do another layer. So that will be our next layer. We'll just put our taco sauce on next. Is that about half? We
Now,
just
how
cover
do
the
I
bottom.
cover it? Or
And I like the bite-sized pieces because it's.
Oh, no, give me this piece back. You said half, and that's not twice. Now I have half.
Okay, am I supposed to cover it all or just dab it?
Just dab it around, just so you used half of it. And if it gets a good flavor in there. And
Is this about half?
well,
I don't remember how much was in it.
well, just a little few bare places there, and that
A little bit
looks
right
good.
there.
Okay, sis, now you're going to put half of the green chilies. They're diced green chilies. And I'm going to put half of the jalapenos in there. And if you don't like the jalapenos, you really don't have to put them in there. But I really suggest make the recipe once and see how you like it. And then decide what you want to, you know, leave off or add.
And I really suggest if you're having us for dinner, put the jalapenos on.
And double them, you know. So, okay, that looks good there. Whoops, I got a little green sauce on my arm, and that's always tasty. I'm going to wear essence of green chilies. All right, so now, Linda, you can put half of the salsa on, right on top of here.
Right on top of that?
Right on top of that, all over here, just half of it. And then we're going to do the same thing over again. Okay? And we're just going to keep layering that up very quickly. And as we're done to the top, we're going to put
So
another
you repeat the layers.
the layers, the beans, the tortillas,
Does this
and all
go
that.
now?
And yes, then you put the meat on first, and then just repeat those layers up. Sprinkle the top with your baked corn chips. And you're going to bake that at 375 for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's going to get nice, hot, and bubbly. And voila, here it is. Just garnished with a few tomato flowers.
That looks delicious.
Well, it does. Well,
You know, we have 6 cookbooks out now.
that's right.
So we're going to show you now how you can get all of our cookbooks, including our brand new one.
If you've enjoyed the recipes you've seen today and would like to purchase your own copy of one of their cookbooks, including their new cookbook, Cooking with Kellogg's, you can write to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. That's 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. You can call 618-627-4651. That's 618-627-4651. Or, if you'd like to contact the Miicheff sisters for speaking appointments or concerts, you can do so at their website at miicheffsisters.com. That's MICHEFF sisters.com.
Hello, I'm Tom Mann. Have you ever wondered what it takes to keep 3ABN's message fresh and up to date? We're working constantly on new programs for an ever-growing audience around the world. But how is that accomplished? After working many years in television and radio, I've realized how unusual it is for 3ABN to produce such a large percentage of original quality programming. Most Christian networks use a large number of programs produced by other ministries, and unfortunately, they have little or no control over the content. But we've been called to give a consistent message, and we do not allow the focus to become entertainment or performance-oriented. The clear vision given to Danny Shelton, our founder, was to build a television station that would reach the world with the undiluted Three Angels messages, one that would counteract the counterfeits. And that's what we strive for. We just don't provide family-friendly programming. If it's not squarely based on the Bible, our pledge to you is that it will not appear on any of our networks. When it comes to original programming, we produce 69% of our 3ABN English television content, 67% of our 3ABN Latino content, and 100% of what our Russian language channel airs. Without the Lord and all of you, that would be impossible. But we're continuously blessed with the finest teachers, preachers, health presenters, and guests day after day and year after year. So many people work together to make a television program. Producers, directors, camera operators, studio managers, lighting and audiovisual directors, and video engineers, just to mention a few. But we never forget that the message is the most important part of the equation and bringing the hope of salvation to those who haven't heard about Jesus Christ. We have only one solution: a relationship with our Savior. And whether it's a story of a changed life or a program specifically for children, we want to bring honor and glory to Him each and every minute of every day. And with 6 networks airing 168 hours of programming each week, that's a total of 1,008 hours. How can we do this with such a small staff? The answer is simple: the Lord makes it possible, and He uses you to help. From the beginning, your prayers and financial support have made it all possible. And 25 years later, our message is still strong. So thank you for all you do for 3ABN. Your prayers are felt each day, both at our ministry headquarters and all around the world. If the Holy Spirit impresses you to support 3ABN's worldwide ministry, please send your tax-deductible love gifts to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois, 62896. Or call us at 618-627-4651 during regular business hours. God bless you.
Well, have we inspired you to have your own Tex-Mex Fiesta?
I know, we had a lot of fun.
Right, we're glad you joined us.
Exactly, and let's take one more look at all the food that we prepared today. Starting off with
Beef enchiladas.
That's right. And that's Linda's recipe, delicious.
And the chipotle meatballs.
Wasn't that sweet of Cindy to say that for me?
She's always sweet.
And my beef burrito casserole.
That's delicious. Oh, and your burritos. Now I know those are
chili burritos.
Those are delicious. I had that.
And then our cookbook cover
vegetable tamale casserole.
That's right. It has really just been an honor to be in your homes every week when we prepare these food, and we just want to let you know we love you. We want to hear from you.
And invite someone over and have your own fiesta.
May all your meals be seasoned with God's love. Bye-bye, everybody.